Sports Network.
What's up, Swift? This is Kyler Gordon. Just want to do a quick shout out to Swift Sports Network with all the latest news on the Bears.
You ain't speaking facts, we don't want to hear it. Yeah, we going for the dub. You are now watching Swift Sports.
The Bears.
What's going on, guys? I wanted to do a quick update because we had some news and some updates to the top 30 visits going on today. I want to go ahead and quickly go over those because so far there's a lot of narratives going down out there. I don't think people realize anyone tracking all of the top 30 visits. No one has all of them tracked. It's impossible. The Bears are known to keep their top 30 visits a secret. Yes. Let's see. And they've done it a couple of years. They've kept a couple of secrets over the last few years that I think a lot of people don't realize. People forgot one of those top 30 visits that we didn't announce until after the draft was Darnell Wright. And they actually asked him to not tell the media about his visit. So right now, a lot of people are seeing our top 30 visits and jumping to conclusions about what players we're going to pick. But right now, it's very possible that the Bears have met with plenty of players that no one knows about. Actually, it's a fact because right now, we only know about 16 of the top 30 visits. 16 of the top 30 are known right now. These are the ones we know right now. 16 of the top 30. So that means 14 players are missing from this list. So the Bears definitely have conducted some top 30 visits that are not known to the public or social media right now because tomorrow's the last day for visits and they're not conducting 16 visits tomorrow. So some of these have already happened and nobody knows about them right now. It's also entirely possible that Ryan Poles does not want us to know about who's visited. This year's draft is really more important to keep it a secret than normal years. What up, guys? I see you in the chat. What up, Levante? This year's a little bit more important, though, because normal years, you know a little bit about how the draft's going to play out. I expect this year to be extremely unpredictable. So in that case, there's even more reason for Ryan Poles to be secretive when it comes to our draft visits. If there's guys on there that he doesn't want people to know have visited, he's going to ask them to keep it a secret. But today's news did bring some interesting names to the mix. There are some new guys here. Omarion Hampton, let me go back. Omarion Hampton, the running back from North Carolina, visited Hallis Hall today, but so did Shemar Stewart, the defensive end from Texas A&M, and running back Caleb Johnson as well. Tomorrow's the last day for the visits, but right now, these are all of our top 30 visits known. I went ahead and separated them. So the ones in the top left, these are the ones that are considered first-round prospects that would be potentially going at number 10. And Alex brings up the question that's right on point there. Would you be upset if they took Hampton at 10, or do you think trading down is an option? One of the biggest things I want to point out here is I think a lot of people are jumping to conclusions. I saw some people say that there's only 3 options for the Bears at pick 10 right now. They said it's Ashton Genty, Shemar Stewart, and Omarion Hampton. First, they left Jalen Walker off the list. They didn't even have him on there. But there's other guys we have met with as well. It's just, this is not the whole list. But as far as taking Hampton at 10, I would rather trade down. I do think he's a first-round talent, but I think 10 would be a little bit rich for him. Some of these guys in the second-round range, we've had Josh Connerly in for a visit, Mason Taylor, Omar Norman Lott, Caleb Johnson, Trey Harris, Andrew Makuba. A lot of talented players on here. But the thing I haven't seen people talk about, they're only talking about our top 30 visits. These are other guys were visits. They're forgetting about all of the other visits, guys. We also met with people at the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, the NFL Combine, various pro days, and I don't even have the local workouts on here either. And these aren't even all of the names we've met with. But we met with guys like Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. We don't know if we've had them in for top 30 visits yet, but we do know we met them at their pro days. Same with Alfred Collins, Quinshawn Judkins, Travion Henderson, Josh Simmons, Donovan Jackson, Will Campbell, Tyler Booker. There's a lot of big names on here that the Bears have met with that we just don't know if they've done a top 30 visit with yet. Bears Junkie, I don't know if that's extremely unpopular. I think Shemar Stewart's a good player. I think 10 is a little bit rich for him. He's another guy we'd have to trade down. I'd be a little bit disappointed if we took him at pick 10. But there are a lot of narratives going around with these top 30 visits, guys. So I wanted to quickly just get ahead of this, get out there and let you guys know they've met with a lot of people that aren't on the top 30 visits. And when you look at our top 30 visits, there's only 16 total names on here. So 14 of the guys aren't listed, and tomorrow's the last day for visits. So Ryan Poles has some secrets that he's keeping from the media, and there's no reason to overreact if someone you really like isn't on this top 30 visit list yet, because we'll get more of these after the draft. Some of them will remain a secret, but this right now is our current top 30 list. As far as Omarion Hampton and Shemar Stewart, I think they're both interesting players. I think it's also very possible that Ryan Poles just wanted to learn more about these guys and get them in for a visit. Always asked, would I take Kenneth Grant at pick 10? This is tough for me. Yes, but the board would have to fall in a very specific way. Like all of my blue chippers would have to be gone. And if all my blue chippers are gone, and that's possible because there's only 6 or 7, if that happens, then my two favorites at that point would probably be James Pierce Jr. and Kenneth Grant. I guess you could throw Shemar Stewart in there, but I'd rather take Kenneth Grant or James Pierce Jr. But I would try to trade down. First. I'll take questions for a couple of minutes. I do want to point out that I did drop my Jalen Walker scouting report this morning. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go watch that. It's big. Will Campbell one is coming tomorrow. As far as Mike Green, that one's interesting. To me, it's the allegations. Look, I haven't talked about it a lot yet, but when it comes to Mike Green, I don't like to get into off-field allegation stuff because I just like to watch the tape and tell you guys what I see on tape. When it comes to Mike Green, though, it's not just that he had one allegation. It's that he had 2 separate allegations, one in high school, one in college. So they're years apart at 2 different schools. If it's just one, you're like, okay, maybe it's just fake. You don't know. But when there's 2, I got to worry that there's some kind of pattern with his off-the-field behavior that I wouldn't want to invest a top 10 pick in. Josh Simmons is getting healthy. He's not 100% yet. I guess he's a little bit further ahead than Braxton Jones right now. But as far as being 100%, no, he's just not there yet. Which guy? Did I miss someone? Someone said, which guy? Is there someone missing from my? Let me double check my top 30 visit list. Did I not throw someone on here? Caleb Johnson is on there. Oh, there is someone on here. Actually, there is another name that I did not put on here. And Richard, actually, I'm having Glenn Morgan on Friday. This Friday, I'm going to be probably doing a show with Glenn Morgan. No, Trey Harris is on there. Never mind. Wide receiver Trey Harris from Ole Miss. He was the other guy, but I didn't mention him. This is interesting, guys. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about. We've had quite a few. If you look at that list, look at this top 30 list, you see one. Well, you only see 2 on this one, or 3 wide receivers on this. But then you look at the other guys we've brought in, and you see Xavier Restrepo, Jack Beck, Kyle Williams, Bo Collins, Trey Harris. There's a lot of receivers that are in that mid-second round range. Where are the Bears actually thinking about taking a wide receiver in this year's draft? That's something I had, or at least high. I haven't thought they were going to take a receiver high this whole time, but they're bringing in guys who are probably going to be round 2 picks for visits. So are they eyeing a possible wide receiver with one of those picks if someone falls? I will say I really like Trey Harris out of Ole Miss and Kyle Williams out of Washington State. A lot of this year's wide receivers I'm kind of meh on, but when it comes to the day 2 guys, there's 2 that I like, but that is not something that I've really planned for or thought of as a need. I've thought the wide receiver is pretty far down on our list. We have our top 2 guys. We got DJ Moore. We got Romo Dunze. We got Olamide Zaccheaus as our slot guy. So that one's a little bit interesting for me, and I'm not sure exactly what to think on that. Maybe they're trying to throw people off, but if there's a chance, they might be looking to add a wide receiver if someone falls. They might just be covering their bases here because, like I said, guys, we know people are going to fall that are unexpected. So maybe they're like, hey, if one of these guys falls, let's get it. I've Ollie Gordon not on the top 30. Have we visited him at all yet? I thought I think we had some kind of visit with Ollie Gordon. I have a full tracker that's too big to put on a graphic in a word pad somewhere, but I don't know if he's been confirmed yet. I believe he's on an unconfirmed. There are some guys that are just not confirmed yet. Harold Fannin is a I'm trying to remember because I have 2 tight ends right there. Is he the blocking specialist? I like Harold Fannin. I know I have a day like a 3rd round grade on him. I don't like him ahead of Mason Taylor or any of those guys. But after that, but my problem with him is I would probably go down a little bit, and I would rather go for a guy like Jalen Conyers later out of Texas Tech. But I will say wide receiver is something to watch here, guys. I just want to quickly get this out. Don't freak out if there's a guy on the top 30 visit list that you haven't seen that you really want to see. Also, it's a good time to maybe get to know this year's wide receiver class a bit. No, I know the Bowling Green guy. I was thinking of the other blocker guy. I got him. I got him right after that. I have him in a 3rd round grade. He's pretty good, but he's nowhere near Mason. I would rather have Mason Taylor in round 2 or Jalen Conyers in round 5. But if I'm taking one in 3, he would probably be my guy in round 3. Xavier Strepo ran a 40-yard dash while he was hurt, so I don't think people should take that into account. RJ Harvey's a guy to watch, but as of yet, no confirmed visits. But I appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out the Jalen Walker scouting report and the Will Campbell scouting report. If you want to see more and you want to see my full wide receiver rankings, don't leave yet. I'm going to take you over and see my top 15 wide receivers for this year's draft because it's a good time to maybe get to know these wide receivers just a little bit. The Bears have brought in multiple of them, and they might take one on day 2. So check out Swift Scouting Network and check out my top 15 wide receivers. I appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. I have more scouting reports on the way, and bear down.